So I know sales is a dirty word in the alternative health industry. I know this whole idea of like creating a funnel and getting leads and sales and all that stuff feels yuck, except we got to do it. We have to understand the steps in the selling process. And the first step, which is what we're going to talk about today in the video, is lead capture. How are you going to capture leads? How are you going to get the names and emails or names and phone numbers of people when you go and you do free talks, or when you promote content on the internet, or when you're at a trade show, or when you're in the freaking grocery store and the person is standing there being like, which yogurt should I buy? And you interject because that's what we do and give them advice. How are you going to capture leads? It's by this thing called a lead magnet. Maybe you've heard of it. That's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. What is a lead magnet and how do you create it? So today we are talking about lead magnets, what it is and why you need one. So let's think about this logically. You need a mechanism by which you can capture contact information, right? You can't just like go up to someone or post on Facebook like, hey, give me your email because I'm going to sell you some things. That's not how it works. So we need a mechanism by which we can ethically, responsibly, and professionally capture leads of our ideal client only, so that we can then nurture them and educate them and build a relationship with them before inviting them into transformation. And so that's the purpose of the lead magnet. So I'm going to do some drawings. Don't judge me on my drawing, but I'm just going to outline this for you so that you understand where the lead magnet fits in to the whole big picture of your business. And then I'm going to go through how to actually create a lead magnet and the different components that you need for the lead magnet. So we're going to start with where the lead magnet actually fits into the big picture of your business and why it's so critical for you to have, starting out, one lead magnet, but then multiple lead magnets. So we're going to use some markety words. We're talking about traffic. We're talking about the abundance of ideal clients that are out there in the world. So some of them are on Facebook, some of them are on Instagram, some of them are on Pinterest, some of them are on YouTube, some of them are at free talks, some of them are in a webinar, some of them are at the grocery store, or let's say corporate, okay? These are all the different places that your ideal client is. And it's your job as the practitioner or the coach to go and show up where they are in these various different places, online or offline. Now, when you go and you show up, the purpose is to deliver really good, valuable content, and then hopefully, cross your fingers, they like you enough to then want to hear more from you and learn more from you. Well, you can't do that if you don't have the contact information. So you need a mechanism by which you're going to send all of these people to then go and enter their name and email so that you can collect their contact information. This is your lead magnet, right? You're sending them to a specific page on the internet. It's called a subscription page or an opt-in page, where you're asking for their name and their email, or their name and their phone number, depending on the contact information that you want. And so if you don't have this lead magnet, which I'll explain to you what it actually is in a second, but if you don't have this tool, you're just going to be giving free information out into the world all the time. You're never going to be able to collect contact information, and then you're never going to be able to, take them further into the funnel that results in a sale, right? We want as many leads coming into your funnel, into your sales sequence, into your world as possible, so that we end up with clients, so that we end up with a growing business. And it all starts with inserting yourself into where your ideal clients are and then capturing their contact information via a lead magnet. So, what's a lead magnet? It's a valuable piece of content that is specifically created to attract your ideal client. You want to create a piece of content that could be an audio training or a video training or some type of PDF that solves a problem for them, that gives them a quick win, that they're like, oh my gosh, I must have this. It's something that they desire on a surface level. So for example, if we're talking about, like, let's say acne, the lead magnet could be DIY solutions to calm an acne flare-up. Because when somebody's having an acne flare-up, they want solutions now. Or even when they're not in a flare-up, they're gonna look at that and go, oh, I need that for the next time I'm in a flare-up. So the particular piece of content that you're going to create must solve a high-level desire of your ideal client. Otherwise, they're not gonna feel enticed to give you their name and email for it. It's something that they need to want to have. And so, like I said, it could be an audio training, it could be a video training, it could be a PDF. What you don't want is a 15-page ebook or a 7-day free training or a 2-hour workshop. The piece of content that you create needs to give them a quick, immediate win. It's something that they don't have to learn. It's something that is actionable. So it's something that they can do that literally puts them into action, where they start doing things. That's how they get results. So again, it's not something where they have to like sit and read and learn. There's very little learning, lots of doing. So think about, specific to your ideal client, what is a problem that they desire to have solved quickly and immediately? What kind of actionable strategies can you tell them to do in order to get a result for free? They're not paying you. This is totally free. You're demonstrating your value to them before they pay you, so they want to pay you. So they're like, oh my gosh, this free thing is so good. I can't even imagine what her paid stuff is like, what her program would be like if this free thing helped me so much. So you've created, or you've thought of this piece of content that's going to provide them a quick, immediate win. And now you're like, okay, cool. How do I actually structure this lead magnet, this piece of content? I'm gonna go through the different components that you need to include in the entire package of your lead magnet. So the first thing is, even if it's not a PDF, you need to introduce the workshop or the video or whatever. So for all intensive purposes, I'm gonna call that a title page, or at least an intro. So you need that. You need to introduce or have a title page that describes the win, that describes the outcome they're gonna get, so that they're reminded of, hey, if I consume this piece of content, I'm gonna get this benefit or this transformation. Then if you're in the health industry, regardless of your designation, you need this thing. You need a medical disclaimer, because we are not, I'm assuming, medical doctors providing medical recommendations. So you need to add the medical disclaimer. It's really important. Then you want to have some type of welcome note. So again, if you're doing audio or video, you want to take 30 seconds and welcome everybody from your heart. This is a love note or a love speech, whatever, if it's audio or video, from you to your people. This is you saying, I made this for you. I created this specifically for you to get these results because I care. So this is a love note. It's a welcome note. So you need that. Then you obviously need the content. And remember, you need to make it actionable. So we need actionable content, right? You don't need to be explaining to people, the phases of liver detoxification as an example. They don't care. They want to know what to eat, how to breathe, what to drink, what to wear, what to consume in order to detoxify their liver, as an example. I don't even know, that just popped into my head. But that was the example that came to me. So it needs to be super actionable, and it needs to actually give them a result. So like 5 tips to clean eating doesn't really give a result. It needs to be targeted to the problem they want to solve and gives them an actual result. Next, depending on your designation, you can either do case studies or you can do testimonials. I hope I spelled this right. Spelling is not my forte. So you want to include some type of social proof for yourself because you're also using this lead magnet to seed the program, right? We are businesses, we run businesses. This isn't, just a free piece of content for the sake of having a free piece of content. The intention is to capture the lead, give them a win, and then move them along the funnel journey, right? So that they end up becoming a client. So you can absolutely include a case study or a testimonial of a client who got really great results specific to the outcome of the lead magnet. And then you want to make sure that you also include a call to action. What's a call to action? What do they do after the lead magnet? Where do they go? Right? Do you want them to book a sales call with you? Do you want them to sign up for a webinar? Do you want them to go and visit a sales page? What happens after they're done consuming the lead magnet? If you have a next step for them, because you're at that stage in your business, include the next step. It is entirely possible that you're going to create the lead magnet without even knowing what the next step is. That's fine. You can go back and edit it. But if you're at the stage where you have a next step for them, give them the next step. Don't make them wait. Don't make them be like, oh, well, okay, I did this. Now what? Right? Be like, here, you're going to do this. Now go and do that. It's really important to guide your people along every phase of the journey with them until they become a client. And then it's a whole nother type of journey. So this is what to include in your lead magnet as you go and create it. And remembering why you need it in the first place, because you really have no other way of capturing contacts so that you can have loads and loads of your ideal client in your selling process, in your sales funnel, so that you could grow your business. So I really hope that was helpful for you. If it was, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button and ding that little bell so that you get notified every time we publish a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.